know that fear can stop you in your tracks even when you are ready to do something, whether that's starting a business or, making a move or making some kind of big change in your life? Fear can actually stop you right in your tracks. In Numbers 13, we find the story of the 12 leaders of the tribes of Israel that were ready to take the promised land. So God, what he did was he sent 12 of them out there to spy it out. And what happened next shows us how fear robbed them from getting into what God had prepared for them. So the 12 leaders go up to the promised land, they come back, and they give their report. It started out good. I mean, they had all of God's victories in their mind, right? All the testimonies of all the lands and people that they had conquered along the way. They had the fruit of the land. They were like, oh my gosh, this land has great fruit. And just like God said and promised, this is a land that is flowing with milk and honey. So it started good. But then it took a turn. Fear started talking. Well, these giants are just too big. They're too many for us. The cities are large and they're fortified. We can't do this. We're going to lose. And the famous line, we were like grasshoppers in our own eyes, and so were we in their eyes. That's all that they could focus on and talk about. And let me be clear, it wasn't all of the spies. It was only 10. It was 10 of them, and only Joshua and Caleb were the only ones that were like, no, we can conquer this land. God is with us. They focus on the positives, but not the other 10. And so instead of focusing and talking about, the goodness of the Lamb, the goodness of God, and that, their ability to do this with God on their side, they decided to focus on the negatives, and they began to spread it to the people. And as it spread to the people started getting fear. The people were just listening. They were just vessels at that time, waiting to be filled. And they got filled instead of with the positive reports. They started getting filled with all the fearful and negative talk. You see, in God's eyes, they were ready for this. God would not have brought them to that place if they were not ready. So in God's eyes, they were like, you know what? Let's go. You're ready for this land that is flowing with milk and honey. You're ready for my promise. You're ready to do this and to conquer and to live in beautiful homes, in beautiful cities. But, you will have to conquer. And I will be with you. So they were ready in that regard. But when fear started talking, it started asking what if questions. What if we are overtaken by the giants? What if we lose? What if we can't do it? They were acting like they had absolutely no God. They were just like, what if? What if? What if? Instead of going the negative route of the what if questions, why not ask other types of questions like, imagine when we live in those homes that we're going to just inherit and conquer. Imagine what the land's going to look like once we, the righteous people of God, take over the milk and the honey and the fruit. Imagine what the land's going to look like for our children and our children's children. So those are the kind of questions that we need to ask. Like, when I do this, it's going to look like this. And beginning to use your God-given imagination, God-given vision to envision the world that you're about to step into and you're going to be a part of. But they couldn't do that. That vision was completely blocked by the doubtful and fearful questions that they were asking themselves and the rumors that they were spreading. Listen, I think that we have all been there. I've asked what if questions, right? I have said, well, God, what if? But we have to stop those fearful questions before they start, or when when one of them comes across our mind or our heart. We have to be that person that says, wait a minute, I take that thought into captivity in Jesus' name, and I pull down that stronghold because I know that I'm ready, because God has said this is my time. God has said I'm ready for the promised land. And I know that you've done it too. So, what can we do in this circumstance when those what if questions come to us? It's time to stop asking the what if questions and start asking, what will happen when I get there? Imagine the things that I'm going to accomplish when I do this. begin to imagine, again, with God's given imagination that he has given you. That's what vision is all about. Image is the word vision, is like image is what you see, right? And so imagine the goodness of God. Imagine God helping you. Ask him to help you. God is with you. If you've been preparing for this moment and you know that it's God that's been the one helping you and giving you the ideas, and just know that he is with you. He's going to walk this path with you. He's going to hold your hand. And even if you fail, even if it doesn't work out the first time, it doesn't matter. God is still with you, and all things work together for the good of those that are called and according to his purposes and that love the Lord. So if you love the Lord and you make a mistake, don't worry. All things will work together for your good. You will have learned something, but don't allow fear to just completely stop you in your tracks. Don't allow it to just be stuck in analysis paralysis. Are you ready to do something? I mean, is this something that you've been dreaming about, thinking about, preparing for? Like launch a business, write a book, start a family, launch a whole new career, move geographically to a new place. I mean, what is that thing that you're ready for, but you feel like fear is just stopping you and robbing you? When the fearful questions come, change that. Become a spiritual warrior and say, no, I'm not going to allow the devil to steal from me, because the enemy comes to steal, kill, and destroy. But Jesus came to give you life, and that in abundance. So whenever you feel like that, when you feel like, oh my gosh, fear is just not letting me move forward, I'm stuck here. Well, take a step, as small as it may be, take a step forward. God's got you, my friend. God's got you every step of the way when you replace fear with faith. So put your eyes on him and go for it in Jesus' name.